it's your girl Bam Bam. First of all, I want to say Happy New Year's to you, baby. First of all, 2025. So we getting into that. So Happy New Year. Celebrate yourself. Cheers. Grab a cup if you got one. Yes. Hold on. Anyway, we starting off with 2025 strong. And we're going to make sure that we don't leave ourselves behind. So let's get into it. Alright, y'all, so this segment we getting real deep, real honest, and we get back to who the hell we really are on the inside part. We ain't letting nobody stop nothing. There will be no stopping nothing that you got going on, I got going on, whoever got going on. Ain't nobody stopping nothing. Okay? You got that? Period. Clock that T. I also want to say thank you to everybody that's been rocking with me, like, for real. Like, I'm just starting back up doing my podcast, and if you've been watching, I appreciate you. Pass it to a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend, because trust me, baby, today's episode is about to get real, come a little closer, real juicy. And when I tell y'all I got a little story to tell y'all ain't gonna want to stop. Y'all ain't gonna want to press pause, okay? And if you do, that's fine, but you won't miss out. Alright, y'all, so like I said before, today is about staying true to yourself and not letting nobody, and when I say nobody, I mean truly nobody, stop what you have going on. The uniqueness and all. I got you. I got something to tell y'all that literally, like, took me by surprise, and that's where this came out. I literally have I'm gonna say about 30 episodes already written out, you know, all of that stuff on what I want to talk about, but this episode caught me by surprise. I was just scrolling, minding my business on Instagram, and I came across this story that made me want to do this today. So I'm picking up my phone so I can show y'all what it's saying. Like I said before, y'all, this story hit me like a fucking ton of bricks, baby. Like, what? Alright, so let's get into it. It says, alright, y'all, picture this. A young woman is in love, trying to do everything in her relationship. Everything right, okay? Her boyfriend keeps saying elegant women wear neutrals. And over time, this man has her throwing out all her colorful clothes. Her brown boots, her beige sweaters, no more red, yellow, green, blue, no colors, just beige, boring, and whatever, right? And this story is like, let me finish. So he started throwing out her stuff randomly, like enough to where as though she didn't realize he was throwing it out, right? So then he started replacing her stuff with like brown boots, beige sweaters, like I said before. All right, so yo, she not just losing her clothes though. She's not just losing that. She losing her family. Her family is gone. What else? Her friends was gone, and she was basically gone by the time they broke up. Okay. When she finally looked at herself in the mirror, these are according to my notes, when she looked at herself in the mirror, she didn't recognize herself no more. And I'm just like, what? Like, hold on. I for a fact know that some of y'all can relate to this. Sis, she made a vow to herself. Basically, long story short, she made a vow to herself to never allow nobody dictate nothing that she got on, her clothes, nothing. This girl broke up with him, and from that day forward, she wore colorful clothes. Like, she vowed to never allow no man, nobody take her identity away, because she started losing herself. She started losing her family, friends, and all of this stuff. Everybody left, like, gone. And that's only because she started disassociating herself with them. Maybe a lot of stuff happens in those type of controlling, manipulative type relationships, and I ain't with none of that shit. I ain't with none of that shit, okay? Alright, even though I say I ain't with none of that shit, I sometimes have had to feel like I had to dim my light, if that makes sense. So today's episode is about staying true to you and basically dressing your soul for 2025. We not taking no cut cards. Alright, so I want to tell y'all a story about something that happened to me while I was dating. And if you don't know, I MC events, I host parties. I'm just like a vibrant person naturally. So boom. So I'm getting dressed and whatever. This is years ago, like previous relationships or whatever. I'm not saying no names, so if this is you, yeah. Anyways, we was about to go out. I was getting dressed. I had a gig or whatever. I had to MC a party. So I don't remember if it was something I had on or if it was something dealing with my makeup or something. I don't remember per se, but the person said, you know, I don't like when you wear XYZ or this, that, and the third. confusion. Like, what? Y'all know damn well I wasn't rocking with none of that. I know you don't really per se care for what it is that, but tonight is not about you. I'm sorry. It's not about you. I have to MC a party. I want to be how I am, and I'm not doing nothing crazy to you. I won't be like, what? And y'all, it wasn't closed. I don't remember that. I don't think that it was closed. So it was basically like a whole big ass fuss before we even get to go to where we were going. So I'm just sitting there looking like, and I made a vow to myself like, yo, I've been doing this since before I met you. I've been like, what is the problem? Like, I'm not hurting you. I'm not cheating. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not like, and it was more so because like they don't like the stain, I guess, that it gives them or something. I don't know if it was makeup, whatever the case may be. They didn't like it, and they didn't like that I went ahead and went on with what I wanted to do. Because again, it was about me in that moment, and I felt like I shouldn't have to not wear what I want to wear, or especially if it wasn't tasteless, classless, or whatever the case may be. I didn't felt like that it was a moment to be taken. And mind you, before I host parties, I literally have to like get in the zone. So I'm listening to my music, I'm zoning in. I really hope y'all following me right now. And I don't really do too much talking before I host parties, because like I'm literally like getting myself hyped up, taking a couple shots, getting some drinks in, like I'm chilling. So the argument got extra heated, to where as though it was like the F-bomb got thrown, all because I had on wore something or makeup or something that they didn't care for, or something that they personally did. I said I look good. I know I look good, and I feel like, why is it an issue? Like, why are we making it an issue now? Because we gotta go. So it got to the point where as though in that situation where I was just like, I screamed to the top of my lungs, like on some, I am not ever going to stop doing what I did before I met you, while we're in this situation. Like, if I'm not disrespecting you, I'm not cheating, I'm not doing none of that stuff, like ain't nobody groping me or whatever the case may be, like, and again, y'all know it was not clothes, it was nothing that I had on. Even still with that, nobody's telling me what I can and can't wear. Nobody ever. And that's all due to the strength that, like, I don't wear slutty shit like that. Like, I don't wear like see-through, my titties out, my ass out. I'm not even that kind of girl. But I'm just telling y'all, nobody was going to be able to tell me what I can and can't do. And I screamed to the top of my lungs. I was just like, nobody's stopping nothing for me. Like, you ain't stopping nothing. And I'm just like, I'm still going. Because they done sat on the couch and got chilling like they wasn't going or whatever. I said, you don't have to go. But nobody's stopping nothing that I got going on, because you don't care for what I believe it was fucking makeup. I think it was something dealing with makeup, y'all. But I booked my Lyft, and eventually the person ended up coming, but I had to stand my ground, because like, if you allow people, like the girl in the first story with the clothes, like she thought it was something like, oh, okay, like you can give me a couple boots here and there, or you can get me this, that, and the third, and then next thing you know, they taking away, chipping at your identity. They chipping and chipping and chipping and chipping and chipping and chipping and chipping until there's nothing left of you. So how I solved that problem was literally saying, like, I'm never going to not wear this, because this is what I like. This is something that you knew I liked when you met me. This is something that I was into when you met me. Why do I got to stop? So yeah, that was that. It got solved. Everything was cool or whatever, but yeah, I'm just not willing to bend, or like, I'm not willing to do that for myself. I'm not doing that. I'm not. Especially if it's not something that I picked up while we were together. No. If this is what I was doing before, then this is what I'm gonna continue to do. And my thing is like, how I am, like, I'm so afraid to lose myself, because last year was a doozy for a lot of us. I can't lose myself, and I'm not. Last year was a doozy for people, and when I'm telling y'all that story, the story I just told y'all, it's a couple years ago, but still, like, it was, I'm not losing myself for nobody, ever. I mean, what y'all think? Have y'all ever been in a situation where y'all had to shrink yourself or y'all had to compromise a little bit more than what you were willing to compromise just for the sake of somebody else? I need y'all to tell me, like, get in them comments right now. Get in them comments. If y'all seen this, get in them comments, okay? Y'all, losing yourself do not just come overnight. It happens day by day, second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour. You just don't, it just don't be clicking like that. You get what I'm saying? So when you in those spaces and you really don't realize until it's too late, pay attention to the people around you. They'll start speaking. They'll start saying, what's going on? Like, you stopped doing this, and I know that's something that you really enjoy. What happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, people around you will tell you what's going on with you, for the most part. Yo, I even had a listener, somebody DM me and told me that they knew somebody their friend loved to cook, right? Their friend loved to cook. That was like their night and day shining star kind of moment, and that's something that they really enjoyed. Until they met a guy, and the guy started whispering all these bull SHIT things to them in their ear, talking about, oh, I don't think that's for you. I don't think you should do this. This ain't tasting too good. Basically poking holes into her aura. Basically letting her know, like, just trying to put some fear in her plans and put some fear in her heart. And guess what happened? She allowed it. And guess what else happened? She stopped cooking. And guess what else happened? Eventually, they broke up. She had to find herself again, which doesn't take just a week. No, that's manipulation, baby. You got to go down the line to find out who you are again and what you got to offer or what do you like, because for a long time, if you allow it, manipulation is a motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? Somebody getting your ear that much, they making you who they want you to be. You lost yourself completely. Even when you get them little inclinings like, no, I don't think I want to do that. Listen to yourself, because there are really people out here who will feed off of your likes if you let them, and they will eat you alive for sure without leaving no crumbs. It's literally people out here like that with attachments, entities that love what you got going on. Get away from them fast, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, like I told y'all, it took her years to even get back in the kitchen. Like, for instance, let's bring up a celebrity that we all know. I'm sure y'all saw the movie. Tina Turner and Ike Turner. She was with this man who manipulated her, made her feel loved, all of that stuff, until he started whipping her ass. And guess what happened? Eventually, Tina got tired and threw them hands in that, what was it, the limo? Yeah, she threw them hands. Mother got tired and she left that ass. But what he do? Try to come crawling back, being conniving, manipulative, being a gaslighter, being a narcissist, all of those things. And guess what she did? She finally chose herself after years of getting her ass whipped, after years of the manipulations, after years of the lies, the cheat, deceit. She finally left him. And guess what she went on to do? Y'all know? Sing her ass off until she passed. I love her. Shout out to Tina Turner for getting tired of that shit and whooping his ass, because I would have did the same thing. The hell? Y'all just never know. And it doesn't just have to be like in relationships. It could be friendships, family, culture. The culture can also get you to turn yourself. All right, so let's go into today's women's bodies. You can't say that's not an influence. You got women who were completely fine with who they were, what their bodies looked like. Remember them 90s ladies? I'm gonna insert some pictures of some sexy black women, okay? The Nia Longs, the Aaliyahs, the Holly Berrys, like those women who had the nice, just regular bodies, but beautiful women. Didn't have to do too much, didn't have to offer too much, like gave it down. Ate with no crumbs. The 90s ladies ate. Now you got a lot of people out here looking like ants. Not all of them are bad, don't get me wrong. But just think about how much of that influenced a lot of other women to feel like they gotta get their bodies done. Not even just that, men who make women feel like, oh, I just like BBLs, and another woman feel like, damn, I'm not gonna get chosen if I don't have a fat ass and a flat stomach and big titties and these big old lips. It's like, there ain't nothing wrong believe me when I tell you ain't nothing wrong. We're going to go get them enhancements, baby. But do it because you want to do it. Not because somebody else is influencing you or making you feel less than. Clock your own tea when you wake up in the morning. Tell yourself you look beautiful. Do your shadow work. Shout out to Natalie in the Weirdo Collection. That's my mentor. I love her so much. Like, since I found her in November. And since then, it's just been up. I've been meditating. I've been doing my shadow work. I've been, getting to know me on the inside and pouring into myself and stop being a people pleaser and stuff like that. Like, it's lit. So shout out to the weirdos. And y'all, like, it really is a emotional toll that happens when you aren't authentically yourself. If you feel like you're in environments where you gotta change or shrink yourself, like, no, that's not okay, because eventually you gonna look back like, damn, where am I? Who am I? I'll drink to that, because I ain't letting up off myself, okay? I wrote down some signs that you might be losing your identity and things that you can look out for if you feel like you are. Real quick checklist, nothing real fast, just something real fast. All right, boom. You stop doing things that make you happy. If you used to like to go out to the clubs or go out to brunches and stuff, or whatever the case may be, you may have a friend like somebody you met, or a spouse be like, you need to chill out with all that. Like, there's somebody who always has something to say when it comes to you doing you. And that's the problem. The problem is they're not doing them and worrying about the path that's on in front of them. You're also worried about what Tom, Dick, and Harry doing, that you ain't paying attention to what's in front of you. What if that's you missing your marker, turning around or trying to run ahead, and pay attention to what I got going on. Don't worry about me. You're not worried about me. Okay? Number 2, you might feel disconnected from friends and family. Pay attention, because they will be the ones to tell you first. If you start disassociating yourself with your family and friends, you ain't gonna tell me somebody ain't gonna hit you up and be like, what's going on? Why you acting like this? What happened to you? Like, you used to do this, now you doing this. Like, sometimes people who try to take from you, out of your energy, they normally aren't well with themselves. Like, they want to put you in a box. And yeah, alright. I wouldn't be having it once again, but there are people who try to belittle you. They try to put you in a square, just a tiny ass box, because you are somebody who are sure of yourself. Your personality may be out of the world, okay? You might have a lot of people have a liking to you. Jealousy, envy has a lot to do with what I just said. And last but not least, you will always consistently seek validation from other people. Listen, one thing for certain, 2 things for sure. If you don't know you got it, look at me. If you don't know you got it, you better get in that mirror every morning and tell yourself how beautiful you are, how handsome you are, how you want to get these goals done with or without whoever. You are your own mouthpiece. If you got problems with promoting yourself, post. Don't stop, post. Tell yourself how good you are, how beautiful you are, how much nothing that anybody says or do to you will stop you from on your path. Like, you have to do that every day. I have affirmations on my mirror that I tell myself every day. I think it's about about 5? No, I think it's about 8 or 9. But I say them every morning, and I let myself know, like, I give myself validation. I don't have to seek it externally just because. And I always sometimes catch myself doing it. Especially, like, sometimes after a party, I might ask somebody, like, how I did. And I was like, shit, girl, you ate that shit, left no crumbs. You the girl. You that girl. You that girl. You don't need nobody else to tell you that. It feels good, yes, for other people to clap for you. Congratulations stands be fuller than them supporting stands. Just don't give up, man. Just don't give up. Don't stop. Just don't stop. All right, y'all. In this part, we about to get down too. So I don't know if y'all remember, but I did go on social media and I asked some of y'all to tell me your stories where if it was ever a situation where you felt like you had to be strength. And I don't just, it's a broad topic, so it could be family, friends, like I said, spouses, lovers, but I'm gonna have to take a sip because these stories, these 3 stories, they juicy. Let's get into it. One of my social media followers said, in her words, my last relationship, I had to shrink myself because he felt like if I was better than him, it would be a problem. He would tell me how unsuccessful I was and would always be. He would abuse me and break me down and manipulate me to believe that he actually loved me. When I got a job and I had to take my social and ID to the job, he gave me a ride and went into the gas station, and when I was getting out to take my things to the job, my social security card was missing and popped back up the next day. Ciao. The social security card popped up the next few days, and of course, he was the one that found it. Okay? So it said whenever I would try to educate him on something, he got mad and would verbally abuse me and tell me I didn't know what I was talking about. I then started to be scared to really be my full self. That can definitely have you being like walking on eggshells, making you feel like every time I'm just me, it's just something. Like, I get it. I thought what I had was love, but it really wasn't. It was a narcissistic, manipulative, demonic situation. He probably did have an attachment or 2 or 3 on him. Child, it was so bad to the point I totally lost myself and I had to relearn who I was as a being. And I'm honestly still learning and exploring. Wow. First of all, I want to say I'm sorry you had to go through that, but I'm happy you came out of it. When you in situations like this, it be hard because it's like you love the person, you care about the person. They will feed you what? Sweet nothings, somethings, feed that ego, make you feel like you that girl or you that guy, and then that shit starts. But I just want to say that I'm happy that you got out of this situation, and I'm happy that you're still trying to figure yourself out, and I don't want you to stop. So I'm sending you a lot of love in all of that situation. Like, that shit was crazy. I'm glad you got the fuck away because ain't no fucking way. You tripping. Telling me I'm never gonna be successful. I would have been a whole mouthpiece in there. I swear to God. I'm. And then it comes a time when you get tired. And you tired of fussing, you tired of fighting, you tired of arguing. That silence comes. That's when you start planning your move. Okay? Get the fuck out of there. Alright, y'all. What y'all think about that one? That was definitely control. For sure. Leave your thoughts in the comments. We got another story. We got 2 more. Here's the next one. This person said, alright, so they just got out of a 7 to 8 year relationship. Besides the sneaky stuff that was going on, I feel like I couldn't achieve goals or celebrate certain things without making him feel like I was being boastful, such as buying my first home. I acted like it wasn't that much of a big deal to me, all because he didn't want to get himself together. Hold the fuck up! You brought yourself a house. You brought yourself a house. That is a big deal. That's really big. That's really big. But I can understand when you're in that situation, how you would be like, damn, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging or whatever the case may be, or I don't want to seem like I don't want to be that person. So it's just like you had to downplay. I get it. Don't do that shit no more. All right, y'all. I want to start off with a question after all of those stories, and I got one at the very end that y'all gonna gang. When I say I was gonna save that for another video, I was like, I gotta share it with y'all. It's so random, but I feel like y'all gonna want to know more about this story because oh my gosh. But anyway, so finding yourself after loss is so crazy. It can be very challenging, I feel like, or it can be very, easy. Because sometimes if you get out your own way, after And I say get out your own way because you allowed it. You allowed it. You allowed someone to come into your life and tell you what you can do, what you can't, what you should wear, what you shouldn't, or that you were too much, or this, that, and the third. I just want to share a quick story. All my life, most of my life, and even still now, like, I'm a very energetic, high vibrational, always wanting people to be okay, always looking for the next vibe in a good way. I'm always being everybody's cheerleader. I've had so many people try to put me in their box. I had so many people I want y'all to understand in this moment, this is me feeling and remembering literally how people would make me or try to make me feel small and how I didn't allow it. So don't mistake these tears for no weak stuff. Y'all know how hard it is just to be I'm gonna say a good person. I'm gonna say y'all know how hard it is to be yourself in a society full of people who are wanting to be other people. I've been told or asked, why are you so happy? What? Why are you so happy? What? I've been asked, why are you so loud? I've been asked so many bullshit ass questions that made me even younger. I've always been like this. Like, I've always, of course you grow older and you mature. I'm the bigger version of the little Bam. But remembering those things, like, it came from family, it came from friends, it came from family, yes, friends. Like, why are you so happy? Why are you so this? Why are you so loud? Why are you this? Why are you that? Bitch, why are you not loud? Why you're not happy? Why are you so mad that I am comfortable in my skin and it bothers you so much that you gotta try to take away from who I am? So many motherfuckers are not happy with who they are, and they don't have the inclination to be themselves, and they look for validation on social media. They look for validation from other people. When you got people like myself that's fine with who the fuck they are, they stand in their lights and they don't let nobody dictate that. What hurts the most with this is, as I'm learning myself, as I'm growing older, as I'm maneuvering through bullshit, it's certain people that you really see or you really want to be a part of your next chapter or come with you to where you're supposed to go. But I realized that, one, I can't save everybody, and I try so hard. Two, everybody not my friend. Three, even family talk shit about you. Four, fuck that, you gonna be okay. You gonna drag, you gonna thrive, and you gonna be great. Don't let nobody take that shit from you. I can say that I fought and I fight tooth and nail to remain myself, continue to thrive in what I want to do and what I want to be, and I'm not letting nobody take that from me, ever. In that same retrospect, I would rather die alone by myself with 1,000 cats before I allow somebody to, or anybody, family, friends, whatever, to take something from me that I was born with, that's embedded in me, something that nobody had to teach me. I've been banned, I've been lit, I've been extra, I've been exciting, I've been colorful, I've been that girl, and nobody is going to take that from me. I don't give a fuck who you are, and that's how I feel. Alright, so I want to say something. Regardless of how far you stepped away from yourself, being in situations where people have tried to dim your light, you can always get back to yourself. So I got a couple of things that I listed where y'all can find you again. Step 1, reclaiming yourself. Okay? You can start small for the lady in the story that I told y'all earlier. For her, it was colorful clothes. For you, it can be music. Go back to listening to what you love, whether it's country, R&B, rap, fucking fickle. You can hear somebody playing the fucking, what's them little tiny ass banjos or whatever. Like, it could be it's your thing, it's your story. I just feel like if it's your life, if it's something that you want to do, don't let nobody dictate you. Don't let nobody take you out of your life. Don't let nobody tell you that you're doing too much when in fact it's them that's doing too little. If that makes sense. Surround yourself with support. You can reconnect with people that you've lost. You can tell them like, hey, like the girl in the story, she said she lost her friends. You can tell, hey, listen, I was tripping. Like, I really let somebody really drag me down and made me forget who the fuck I was. I'm back, and I want to apologize for XYZ, because you're going to owe them an apology, because it's times where sometimes situations may lead you astray from your, like I said, friends and family, or oh, I can't go to brunch today, I'm here with this person, or excuses become something that's repetitive eventually, and then again, like I said, you lose yourself. Number 3, try new things. So sometimes finding yourself means discovering new sides of who you are. You can take that dance class, you can take that pole dancing class, you can go snorkeling, you can go do something that you thought that you would never ever get a chance to do. Go on a vacation by yourself. Go explore the world. There's more than just these small cities in the USA. Promise you. And it's more than just overseas. There's so much to explore. Go. Shit, you can even start that fucking podcast, or you can start that, like for me. Alright, so like for me, I am going to start picking back up DJ. For a while I put it down. I can't even tell y'all why. I just stopped practicing, and I stopped. Last year was so much, but that's something for me that I'm gonna pick back up. Like, I don't think y'all know, like, a lot of times I just don't feel motivated to do stuff. I have to push it. I have to push myself. So I encourage y'all to push yourselves as well. Therapy and journaling. Write down your thoughts, your ideas, your aspirations, your dreams, something that you're trying to accomplish within the next week, within the next day. Something that you can keep your eye on, that you know, like, all right, I got to do this. Like, I know that if I write this list out and I put it somewhere I can see it every day, I'm going to make sure I do it. Same with me. Every week I have to put together a podcast or post something, whatever. Even if I don't feel like it, I have to do it, because that's something that I'm interested in, and I cannot let myself go. Last but not least, therapy and journaling. And this is where I want to tell y'all about, in my previous videos, I told y'all about, you know, I am in therapy. I do have a psychiatrist, and I am spiritual. And I've been praying to find my soul tribe. And then last year I found Nat, I found the weirdos, I found a group of people who thought the same way I thought, that make me feel like I'm protected, make me feel like I'm not crazy, make me feel like it's not just me and my wife, it's not just us that feel like it's something more to this. It's not just me that put down religion and picked up something that I know existed, and not nothing that somebody else is spoon-feeding me. So like that journaling too, well, that helped, and the journaling as well, and doing your shadow work, which I've been I told y'all about. Y'all seen the previous videos, but Nat has this beautiful situation going on where is a lot of us, and we all, you know, talk, and we all share our ideas, protect. It's so much. If you want more, just let me know. I can, you know, point you in the right direction, all in love, because if you're not moving in love, then yeah, that's off the table. But that's a whole nother thing for another time. I'm talking to my spiritualists and people that know that there's more than just what these people try to feed to us. Okay? Alright, y'all, so I got one more story before the last one, and it's something quick. And alright, so we're gonna call her Keisha. Okay? Alright, she said that she lost herself trying to fit into corporate America. After being laid off, she realized she hated the version of herself anyway. So she started her own business and is thriving. In that situation, you know how it is in corporate America, especially being African American. Your hair, she was a natural girly, and they would tell her, hey, you don't think you can, wear your hair different or whatever the case may be. And it was for a long time she tried to put herself in their box. Y'all heard the end of the story. Eventually she left and she's now thriving, but I feel like not being who you are genuinely, and you lose yourself after other people try to tell you who you are or what's okay for you to do and what's not okay, it leads to destruction. It does. And it's not okay not to have an identity. And if you suffer with that because you are in a situation, I highly urge you, to remove yourself, to get out of it. Because you are more important than that person, or your family, or your friends, or anybody that's trying to dictate your life or tell you that you're doing too much of this. Stop wearing that bright ass stuff. Stop wearing that bright ass lip color. Why you wearing black? Why you this? Shut the up. Can I be me? Is this not my life? Why do I have to succumb to your expectations of me? Why? Move around. So y'all, how do we kick off 2025 with staying true to ourselves? You staying true to you, me staying true to me. Shit, your uncle staying true to your uncle, your aunt staying true to your aunt. Whatever. Let me get y'all this. Set boundaries. Boundaries are a must. If you do not have boundaries, people will walk all over you. People will tell you what you should be thinking, or what you should be doing, or what you should be expecting. If you have no sense of idea about yourself and your own thoughts and your own anything, somebody gonna run you, and they gonna run you dry, and they gonna suck your energy, and they gonna take everything away from you until there's absolutely nothing left. So those boundaries are definitely a must. They're an essential. Celebrate what makes you you. Celebrate what makes you unique. Celebrate what makes you something that everybody be like, I like her for that. Oh, I like him for that. I fuck with you for that. I fuck with him for that. I don't fuck with her. Oh, you lit. I like that. And even if that outside validation isn't there, be okay that you like it. Be okay that you fuck with you. Be okay that everything that you say is okay is okay. And I'm talking about in a sense that it's not hurting or depriving anybody from nothing, no ill intent. But if it's you got your quirky ways, or the way you dress, or what you wear, or your lipstick, or your makeup, or your hair, if it's something that you like to do, you're not bothering nobody, like, fuck them people. Oh God, fuck them people. Do you. Shit, like with me, I'm loud, I'm exciting, I sometimes do too much. Shit, I get on my own fucking nerves sometimes, but that's me. And if you don't like that, you don't have to be around it. And that's why I always preach that. I ain't forcing a motherfucking soul to be around me or my energy. I ain't forcing it. Ain't nobody stuck. Shit, not even my wife. She ain't stuck. Ain't nobody stuck. You don't want to deal with it. I'm not changing myself for nobody. I do not care who you are. I respect you. But if I can't be authentically myself, shit, ain't no need in me being around you. Because I ain't changing, for sure. I'm here to stay. Another thing, last but not least, check in with yourself regularly. Check in with yourself. Ask yourself, are you happy? Is there anything you can do to make yourself feel better? Or is there anybody who's trying to dim your light? Check in with yourself. That's very, very, very important. For example, somebody said their New Year's resolution was to stop apologizing for who she was. I can't say the name, but yeah. she stated that she was taking up space and she's not sorry for it. And I feel the same. I feel like take up that space. Say how you feel. Be loud. Be authentic. Be who you are. I cannot say it enough. If you need resources, especially if you are how I am in the LGBTQ, ABCDEFG community, and you need some help with certain things on staying who you are and all that stuff, I also hosted Pride for the last 5 years.
Boys, we are the boys in motion. We give you our devotion, boys.
Yes. So I have a lot of, friends and people that can put you in certain areas or give you some resources. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Yes, please, I'm here. All right, this is like a teaser before we really like wrap shit up. This is the last story, and I felt like I would put this on another. This has nothing like really like a little bonus clip. Yo, this story was crazy, and I felt like I was like, shit. Ooh. Here we go. This anonymous person said this. When I tell y'all, right before I started this recording, like earlier today, I got the tail end of all the questions I knew y'all would ask. Y'all, I know it's gonna be a part 2 of this fucking story. Here we go. Excuse me. So I had a childhood friend, anonymous user. So I had a childhood friend that was more like family. We had been best friends since we were 3. My uncle dated her mom. She moved in with my family when we were in middle school because her family moved and she didn't want to transfer to a new school. So of course her family allowed her to move in. As we got older and started dating, we not dating each other, they started dating other guys. So we dated 2 cousins, and the cousin that I was dating stayed in the relationship. So her and the girl who was telling the story and her cousin stayed. The girl who was telling the story and the one cousin stayed together. They stayed in the relationship after the other cousin and her best friend broke up about a couple weeks. Alright, so a couple weeks go by and we planning for prom. And she tells me she's pregnant. I asked her, was she going to tell him? And she said no, because she's not keeping it. That being said, my best friend, that was her best friend, she said, that being said, her best friend, she supported her. Fast forward to a few months later, she's telling me that she doesn't want me to hate her, but we need to talk. She said to her when she was pregnant, it was her ex-boyfriend's baby. But that's what she told her. She told her that it was her ex-boyfriend baby, but the whole time it was her boyfriend's baby. Mind you, she said she told me this as I was leaving to go to college. Everything in me wanted to dog walk her. But what was I going to gain from that, right? She said, nothing but a jail cell, but when I tell you karma is something not to play with, they had kids, so meaning her ex-boyfriend, the girl that went to college, her ex-boyfriend, the one that slept with her homegirl, they ended up having kids, they got married, but guess what? They're no longer together for cheating ways. She said, I wonder who did the cheating or whatever. So of course y'all know me, I gotta dig a little bit deeper because I'm getting to reading this story. I'm like, oh, so what the fuck? What happened? Y'all know me, I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know what happened. I wanna know, like, shit, did Shorty, like, did she leave? Did they got married? They had kids? Like, damn, what's y'all status? Y'all, this set me for a whole fucking loop. I'm not lying. It set me for a whole loop. I called her because the end of the story from this, it says, no, I wonder who did the cheating. I called her. I said, yo, what happened? Like, tell me the rest of the story. Like, she said, this is what she said. Karma is a bitch. So I became that bitch. Him, while they were married, convinced him to leave, so I got my lick back because I didn't want that man. Let me give you a little retract. She said to me, the best friend started dealing with her guy of the cousins. She got pregnant by him, so she just loose. Okay? She got an abortion. She told the cousin that she was dealing with at the time and her best friend that, yeah, I got pregnant by him and I'm sorry, please don't hate me. What? That was my boyfriend. I was going to college and you told me? So it was 12 years later, a whole decade after the homegirl, y'all heard the story. I'm not about to keep going back. Y'all heard the story. She got her lick back. She convinced him to get a divorce from her. Did XYZ. Use your big girl panty, your big boy, big girl thoughts for this. Convinced him to get a divorce. He got one. She did what she did. She proceeded to tell him, I don't want to be with you. Whoa. Oh, y'all thought that was petty? I just think she got her lick back. Now, I wouldn't operate nothing like that. I don't want your sloppy seconds, thirds, or fourths, because I don't know. I wouldn't want that. But if I'm dealing with somebody and then you start talking to them, and I always get my lick back, but I'm not going behind nobody to get my lick back. I'm not. But listen, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at all, because she was petty. How you say you my friend? Go sleep with somebody you put me on with. We became boyfriend and girlfriend. You get pregnant by him. You get an abortion. Months later, you tell me that me and him, that it was actually not your boyfriend's baby, but it was the cousin baby. And then you decided to continuously deal with him after I leave to go to college, after you tell me, and then you marry him. And then you have three kids by him after you had that abortion. Wow. Oh. The person that told me this story said they literally just went on the person profile who they were friends with, and they see that they're dealing back with the cousin they originally was dealing with before they was dealing with the cousin they got married with, which was her ex-boyfriend. And they had the little matching pajamas, they did the Christmas thing, and they brought in New Year's together. Baby girl, his cousin is your ex-husband, baby father to 3 kids. So they his kid nephews or nieces. I'ma just leave that there. That's messy. That's messy. But yeah, that's what happened. If I get any updates about this story to y'all, I'm gonna let y'all know for sure. Alright, y'all, we wrapping this up. But before I wrap it up, I want to ask y'all. I want y'all to take a moment, right? I want y'all to take a moment right now and think. What's one thing you reclaiming for 2025? What's something that you reclaiming? What's something that you bringing back? Something that you had in you that somebody probably took or manipulated it out of you? What's something that you bringing back? I need y'all to put it in the comments. DM me, tell me, say something. Don't just look at this video and just be like, this girl. No, tell me. I need to hear. Not even just tell me. Say that shit out loud. Write that shit down. Tell yourself that you can accomplish any fucking thing that you put your heart's desire to. Surround yourself with people who actually believe in you and want to push you to the next level. Not nobody that's gonna always try to dim your light, tell you what you can and can't do, tell you that, oh, you're not gonna be able to make this happen, or you can't cook, or you can't wear these clothes, you can't wear this, you can't do this, oh, you're too loud. Why are you so happy? Is what I gotta say. Period. For my final thoughts, I wrote this down and I need to read it to y'all. And I'm talking to people who feel like they at their wits' end. Maybe they feel like nobody's listening. They lost their self. Their back is against the wall. They don't know what to do. They don't have no resources. They lost everything. I'm talking about family, friends. It's similar to the girl in the first story. She lost her family, her friends, her support system, all of the strength of somebody else trying to take away something that she is, basically trying to dim her light. It's easy to get caught up in that type of stuff. It's easy to get manipulated, especially when that love juice is trickling down, or that like juice. Oh, he like me, she like me, or even in your family or your friends. Oh, they bang with me, they care about me. They ain't gonna tell me that I should stop doing this. They ain't gonna let me look a mess. Half of the time, motherfuckers be hating because they not as bold as you. Simple. Okay? I wrote this down as my final thoughts. And if you don't take nothing from this entire video or all of this awesomeness and you're seeing how I move and, vibe out, take this. You are enough. Exactly as you are. You don't need to dim your light, change your wardrobe. You don't even need to shrink yourself for nobody. This year, we are stepping into our own authenticity. We keeping our light bright and strong, and we doing whatever it is that we want to do that's going to take us to the next level. We're not letting nobody dim our lights. This year, we are moving unapologetically. I hope you're ready. What y'all reclaiming this year? Hit me up on Instagram, TikTok, right here in these comments. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Answer the questions that I asked y'all in this video. Don't leave me high and dry, because this was a good episode. I told y'all some tea, okay? And I even let y'all in on other people's tea. Period. Y'all can hit me up wherever. Y'all can hit me up on here. Y'all can hit me up on social media. That's BamBam_FOREN. That's my Instagram. My TikTok is the real Bam Bam Foreign. I had 200 and something thousand subscribers, but child, TikTok took my other page. But anyways, make sure y'all come back because next week will be lit. Next week will be lit. But yeah, shit, hit me up on social media. Hit me up in my email. Whatever you need to tell me. I need to know. Has anybody ever made you feel like you had to shrink yourself? Tell me your story. Tell me what you think. Put down my email. Hit me up. Like, comment, subscribe. Share this with anybody you feel like needs to hear it. That little that little razzle or dazzle. Something that's gonna get them back to who they was before they met whoever, or before their family put that shit in their head. Whatever, child. Y'all already know it's your girl Bam Bam, and thank y'all for kicking it with Bam. 2025 edition, first episode. Let's go. I just want to take the time to thank everybody who rock with Bam and everybody who has commented, subscribed, and done anything to support me. I love y'all so wholeheartedly. Thank you so much.